Hey folks, Country Prepper here. Well, this is another one of those videos where I'm answering a question that I got on Facebook, and you can tell by the title what it is. What is the best bushcraft knife for a beginner? And the reason that I'm not just answering it on Facebook by typing out a message is I thought there was a few things that I should show to better explain my answers. So now to answer this, it all depends a lot on your age, your budget, and what you really want to do with the knife. So to start off with, for a young person, a kid, first getting into bushcraft, first trying to learn these things, this is what I chose for my stepson, and this is the Mora 546. This is the older style handle, just like the Mora 511. Now the reason that I chose this knife in particular, number one, it has a stainless steel blade. Kids can be kind of bad about taking care of a blade, you know, just one of them things, their attention spans, that kind of stuff. So plus we really want them messing with a lot of oil and things like that. So stainless steel blade I thought was a good idea. And the other big reason was this finger guard right here. You're not going to slip up and hit their hand on the blade, you know, that'd leave a pretty good cut. So I think that Mora 546 is an excellent option for a kid. Now for an adult, if you don't want to spend a lot of money to get started, you know, just whittling on some sticks, maybe make some feather sticks, things like that, the Mora 511, you really cannot go wrong with this knife. And this is the updated version for 2015. It has the handle more like, I believe, the Pro series of knives. And Mora makes quite a few knives with this handle. But it's very comfortable in your hand, and I think that's why they probably started doing that. So that is the one I would recommend if you want to go cheap for a beginner. Now, there are plenty of other Mora knives that fit the bill on that aspect as well. If you want to spend a little more, I would definitely go with the Buscraft Black, especially if you want to be able to use the spine of your knife to scrape bark and scrape a ferro rod. It does have a good 90-degree spine on it. And it is highly, highly recommended by every review I've ever seen. It's a very highly recommended knife. I don't have one. I wish I did, but from what I've seen, I feel like I can recommend that knife by all the good reviews that I've watched on it. So, but that one's a little more. That one goes up around 50 bucks. So these two knives you can pick up around 12-15 bucks pretty readily about anywhere. So if you want to spend a little bit more, get more of a traditional type of knife, this is my Condor Bush Lore. This is my absolutely most used fixed blade knife. If I go into the woods, if I'm not doing a review on a different knife, then I have this knife with me. It is 1075 high carbon steel, and has a really good 90-degree spine, nice wood handles on it, and they also make this knife with micarta handle scales on it if you want something a little nicer, but that one's about 10 bucks more. So this knife used to go for just a little over 30 bucks. It's closer to 40 now. Last I looked, it was like 38 bucks. So just something to keep in mind. And if you want to go, I mean, if you got money burning a hole in your pocket, you got plenty of money to spend and don't care, I would personally go for like an LT Wright Genesis or GNS with a Scandi grind. Now that's one thing that I'm also going to talk about is something that all of these knives that I've mentioned have in common, and they all have a Scandi grind, Scandinavian grind to be more precise. And what that is, if you look down that knife, if I can get it in the view really good, it is basically just a V grind on it. So it is very easy to sharpen with a sharpening stone. You don't have to spend a bunch of money on a belt sharpening system or anything. Just get one of the cheaper bench stones and you're good to go. So that is one of the big pluses to a Scandinavian grind. It's very easy to sharp, and it does stay sharp for a very long time. It does make very, very fine cuts, but you can also really dig in if you need to. So I hope that answers your question. I will leave links to all of these knives, every one of them that I've mentioned, except for LT Wright. I don't think he's on Amazon, but I'll leave links to all the other knives that I've mentioned in the description box below. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that answers a few people's questions anyway. So thanks for watching. See you next time.